months, there have been 4 people who have passed on who, to me, they epitomized community spirit. They were very active in many organizations, events of their community, and I would like to take this time just to honor them. Cass Bergman, I know that many of you know these people. Described by her family as small but mighty, and that's true, she always found her way to the nearest group that needed help. Cass truly loved people and was born to help others. She loved Wilton. There was rarely a time that she wasn't involved in some community activity or project. She was the chairperson for the Alta Mesa Fair Queen Contest, club leader for Wilton 4-H, founded the Wilton Garden Club in 1975, ran the Miss Elk Grove pageant from 1977 to 1980, volunteered with Project Rise, and she taught 4th grade Catholic catechism classes in her home. She was an active member of the Wilton History Group, and she was a key volunteer for the Wilton Centennial Celebration in 2008. She became involved with the Strauss Festival in Elk Grove as producer and later a member of the board of directors. For her 10 years of volunteering with the Strauss Festival, she was given permanent blanket number 8, which was an honor that was very special to her because it meant that she always had a good seat to view the annual event she so loved. It would be out there waiting for her on the lawn. That was her blanket. Cass and I spent many hours together here working on the Rose Garden, and just as friends, we like to sip wine together. I will definitely miss her feistiness. Joe Mott. Joe Mott settled in Wilton after 4 years in the Navy. He enlisted in 1951 during the Korean War, served as a boiler operator, and met his wife, Dorothy. He served in the Navy Reserve while raising a family, volunteering as a firefighter, and working for 25 years as an engineer at Procter & Gamble plant in South Sacramento. He was set to retire from reserve duty in 1991 when he was recalled by the Navy at age 60 to serve in Operation Desert Shield Desert Storm. He reported for duty with the Seabees as a dispatcher in Kuwait and Saudi Arabia. He got a hero's welcome when he retired from the reserve and returned to Wilton in 1992. He received the keys to a fire truck and led a parade of family members, friends, neighbors, and firefighters to the community firehouse. Dedicated to serving his community and country, Joe Mott was well known in rural Wilton as a volunteer firefighter for 45 years. He joined the Fire Protection District in 1960, and he worked with volunteers who remodeled old commercial trucks for use as water tankers. He was active in community groups and activities, including Veterans of Foreign Wars Post-2073, the Elk Grove Senior Center, the Western Festival Parade, and the Veterans Day Parade. He sang in the choir, and he served as a deacon as a member of Wilton Bible Church for more than 50 years. Last December, Joe proudly led another parade down Dillard Road when he and Dorothy served as grand marshals of the Wilton Winter Festival Parade and lit the town Christmas tree with Sacramento County Supervisor Don Natoli and Santa Claus. I will miss the sparkle in his eyes. Dorothy, we have a little bit of something for you, presented by Chief Jeff Cookson. Ray lived most of his life in Wilton, where he and his first wife, Mary, became very active in the Wilton community. He enjoyed events at the Alta Mesa Community Hall, serving as auctioneer at the annual Box Social Dinner and Master of Ceremonies, as well as planning and participating in the evening entertainment at the annual Alta Mesa Fair. Unfortunately for me, I came to Wilton after that, so I'm sorry I missed some of the crazy times that I've heard about. He was a member of the Alta Mesa Gun Club, where he held the positions of treasurer and president many years. Many folks will remember sitting on the floor in his house as kids, stamping, carving, stitching, and dyeing their various leather projects in the leather craft class that he taught in 4-H. He also made an engraved wood sign for each child that showed an animal at the county fair with the child's name at the top and their show animal's name below, attached with 2 chains to be hung outside their pen or the stall. Community involvement outside of the Wilton area included Elk Grove's Western Festival and Elk Grove Optimist Club. Ray was an avid fisherman, abalone diver, enjoyed jazz, and loved to play banjo and ukulele. He especially enjoyed playing and singing around the campfire while on camping trips. Several years after Mary passed away, Ray met Bonnie. One of their joys in life was traveling, both with their RV as well as visiting overseas. Another love was jazz music, and they assisted for many years with the setup of the Jazz Festival in Old Sacramento. I will miss his laugh. One of Ray's proudest achievements was earning his Eagle Scout Award in 1947. I once told somebody in Ray's presence that Ray had been an Eagle Scout, and I was very quickly corrected, I am an Eagle Scout. And Bonnie, we have a little something for you. Puckett, who is a current candidate for Eagle Scout. In fact, he's working on the Eagle Scout project right here in the Rose Garden. Thank you, Connor. Virginia Rain. Virginia Mann was born in a rural town in northeastern Kansas, but her family moved to Carmichael, California, when she was not yet a year old. After graduating from San Juan High School, she and Jim Ring, Sr., married on November 2nd, 1952, and later moved to Wilton in September 1960 with 2 children. Together, she and Jim led various projects in the Wilton 4-H Club, and later started the John Roll 4-H Club. She involved herself with the Wilton Garden Club, the Alta Mesa Fair, a community quilting group, Square Dancing, Project Ride, and the Wilton History Group. In the early 70s, Jim and Virginia adopted 4 siblings and basically started a brand new family, adding to the population in Wilton. When a memorial rose garden was proposed, she and then Postmaster Ann Plant began a community morning observance on Memorial Day that is now in its 19th year. Virginia loved working in the rose garden. She never bothered to wear gloves because those were for wimps. I learned a lot from her, and I heeded everything she told me, except that. I was not going to leave my blood all over the rose garden. I miss our garden chats, and I would like to dedicate today's observance to Virginia. And when we're finished, if you take a walk in the rose garden, you'll see a bench that we put there for Virginia in her honor, and it sits across from Ann Plant's bench so that they can visit together. Okay, quickly, I want to give you an update on what's going on with...
I think this community should thank Susan Maggie for doing this every year. She puts time, energy, and everything, and she deserves a big thanks. So I give this to you.
Clary. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Don't forget 3 o'clock, a moment of silence. And we'll hope to see you next year.